Mr. Beast. Everyone knows him. Everyone loves him, except for the people that work for him.
And those who know him.
Yes. Apparently, he's a sociopath. And
That guy.
Big controversy.
Huge.
The allegations go from, you got to start with Chris Tyson, Ava or Avery or whatever he wants to pretend he is now. And then, which was pretty gross, if everybody knows about that. That involves a lot of Edo.
Yeah.
What else?
The controversy began when allegations surfaced that Mr. Beast.
You're reading. I mean,
Well, I could read and you elaborate. His team were involved in censoring critical comments and content that question the authenticity of his philanthropic.
Everybody knows how to say that.
Philanthropic.
Efforts. Like, as in, he finds an old, a homeless guy and gives him $10,000. Then he's like, I need you to say something. But he's giving him $10,000, but he's also more or less using him.
You used me.
Which, there is a blurry line there. There's some weird, creepy, underage sexual things going on. There's controversy with OSHA, a toxic workplace. You hear toxic, but I'm going to...
Extremely poor pay.
Person who worked for him did this. There's this thing about staying in isolation for however many days, 100 days. Almost drew this guy insane. It almost sounded like, if you find that interview, Jake Swaddle?
Swanson?
Because he kind of clashed with MrBeast. He claims. All this is he claims. They're like, oh, hey, come back and do this video, and it's going to be easy. But it turns out like it was a nightmare, and he had him do really awful things. And they never turned the lights off. They would refuse to turn the lights off because they wanted time-lapsing. You can't even do that to terrorists. So they were like really bad to this guy. Anyway, so I'm going back to this artist. There's all this stuff going on where they're deleting comments. They are saying they're getting more likes than they actually are, pushing it out to, I think it's Cayman. It's another big streamer, and saying he's like, oh, yeah, it's great. I mean, blah, 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 blah. Turns out he's actually connected to all this. The artist in question, I think, is pronounced Sandman. Shademan. Thank you. Does creepy, disgusting art involving minors.
We're not talking about ones that dig into the ground.
Minors, not minors.
They have been trying to censor it, and it's only getting worse.
They're like, the more that damage control that they do,
the worse it's getting or becoming. Because they're not actually addressing it. They're not going, oh, hey, yeah, we made a mistake. Chris Tyson was a big fan of this guy, and that's why there's all this art, creepy, disgusting art featured in the backgrounds and the foregrounds or wherever. No, they're not saying that. They're kind of just trying to sweep it under the rug, pretend it didn't happen. And that says, it says a lot about MrBeast and his crew. If you want to surround yourself with people that are somewhat like-minded. You go to a church because you have people there, you have common interests, people are strong when they have commonality. You're probably, you're gonna still people, that's why people like Yes Men, and MrBeast likes Yes Men, right?
Exactly.
He loves Yes Men. So his crew, they probably agree with it. They probably like it. I had to guess, if I had to put money on it, I'd probably say they like it. And that's why you don't put it. You put it in the background because you like the stuff. Just check up Shade Man. You do that research because I don't really... Shad, whatever. This is called Shade Man.
But another thing is that because of Ava Tyson, Chris Tyson, and the, him, her being whatever, he can't really come out and say, well, he's mentally ill.
Yeah.
So it's like a weird, almost stale checkmate that MrBeast is in, and he's desperately trying to get out of it. I mean, that guy...
Yeah.
Look at those. Yeah, it's that good.
Yeah. This is only getting worse. There's a lot coming out, and there's only going to be more coming out. So we're going to kind of start following this and doing a lot of videos on it, because I find it really interesting when you have somebody who is as rich and powerful as he is, trying to save his own ass as opposed to do the right thing. Because that's what he does in his videos. He does the right thing. He gives money. He's
Philanthropic.
Apparently, from what I've read, from what I've heard, he's kind of a douchebag. So MrBeast is a douchebag, from what allegedly.
Okay, with that, we'll see you in the next video.
His videos, our videos, good. His videos, not so good.